My mom passed away in 2014 from stage 4C ovarian cancer. She was diagnosed in 2010, and we both thought that she was going to die within a couple months. So she started going to Vegas almost every week. The years that followed were just an emotional roller coaster, obviously. As anybody who has ever dealt with cancer, you know what I'm talking about. She lived for 4.5 years after being diagnosed. In those 4.5 years, I made an effort to visit her every single chemo treatment. And there was one chemo treatment where she had arrived a little earlier. I was on my way riding my motorcycle on the 101 freeway to get there, and I got stuck because the freeway was closed. So I arrived a little bit later, and I walk up to the front desk, and the lady behind the counter sends me to this room on this certain floor. So I go up there, and my mom's not there. So then I ask around, where could she be? Nobody really knew. Eventually, I found her in a room on a different floor, and my mom was just crying, and my mom usually never cried that hard. And this was already like 2-3 years into chemo treatment. She was so overwhelmed with the uncertainty of the chemo treatment. Everything just became way too much for her at that moment. But me as her son, seeing her like that hurt me just as much as it hurt her. I never really told her this, but I always felt like I would totally love to just take all the pain that she's going through so she doesn't have to go through it. Because seeing your own mom suffer is one of the greatest pains that as a son you'll ever experience. And I think a lot of women who have kids, they don't think about this. A lot of you moms, you allow yourself to get out of shape and you think it's all fun and games. But in America, we are at a stage right now where every 15 seconds someone gets diagnosed with cancer. You think that you taking care of yourself is selfish, but it's not. You have to take care of yourself first. Because trust me, if you ever have cancer and you have to go through chemo and the nurse sends you to the wrong room and your son can't find you in the hospital, the image of seeing you crying is something that your son will never forget. I know this message is kind of harsh, but if you cannot bring it up to lose weight for yourself, then do it for your kids. And if you're saying that you still don't know how to lose weight in this 2025, trust me, you will find a way when it's almost too late. You do not need to be perfect. Start with the basics. If you're not drinking enough water, get real. If you're not hitting at least 7,000 steps a day, get real with yourself. If you're not eating vegetables or fruits, or you still think carbs are the enemy, come on. If you as a mom are overweight and you have a son, then your son is not going to have that role model to look up to on how to be a healthy person. And your son is going to have to look elsewhere for that inspiration. Become that inspiration yourself. You can do it. If you just put the effort into improving yourself and putting on your own oxygen mask first. Just like when a 300-pound woman shows up to a group fitness session, everybody really respects the effort. Same thing happens if you're an overweight mom and you've never even worked out before, but just by the fact that you are trying, your kids will see the effort that you're putting in. When they see that you're serious, they're only going to support you, and then you're going to have that support, and then you can change your life.